chaos has erupted across Britain in a way not seen in generations, and the aftershocks of this unprecedented political earthquake are rippling through every corridor of power, from Parliament to the palace. The country has just witnessed what many are calling the most radical election shift in modern British history. In a twist no political analyst could have confidently predicted, Nigel Farage has marched into 10 Downing Street at the head of a Reform UK majority that has sent tremors across Westminster and across the entire United Kingdom. Welcome back to Britain Info. This is not just a changing of the guard, it is a toppling of the old regime. The political establishment, long seen as unshakable, has crumbled before the eyes of a stunned nation. Labour has been devastated. The Tories have been decimated. Reform UK, once dismissed as a fringe movement, now stands as the ruling party with a commanding 74-seat majority. This is not a statistical anomaly, not a fluke, not a protest vote amplified by electoral quirks. This is a clear, emphatic mandate from the British people. Labour strongholds, some of which hadn't flipped for generations, have collapsed. Constituencies once thought to be impenetrable fortresses of red turned blue overnight. The old assumptions are gone, the maps are redrawn, and the political playbook has been torn to shreds. In scenes that could have been ripped from a political thriller, Labour's Angela Rayner reportedly fled her constituency in silence following the count. Ed Miliband, a former Labour leader and long-standing political figure, was wiped out entirely. Across the UK, voters who had previously cast ballots for Labour year after year finally snapped. Their message was unambiguous: no more lies. Reform stormed through Labour's Red Wall, swept across the Midlands, surged into Wales, and even gained ground in parts of London. This wasn't merely a rejection of Keir Starmer's leadership. It was a rejection of the entire Labour apparatus. And it wasn't just Labour. The Conservative Party, long the dominant force in British politics, has seen its influence collapse to levels that would have seemed impossible just a decade ago. Rishi Sunak's party is now projected to hold fewer than 25 seats. Former Home Secretary Suella Braverman, once heralded as the Iron Lady of the modern right, lost her seat in a shock upset to Reform. Kemi Badenoch, once considered a rising Tory star, is now staring at the prospect of leading the opposition from a position surrounded by political debris. The collapse of Conservative Britain is now a fact, not a forecast. Inside Buckingham Palace, alarm bells are ringing. According to multiple insider reports, King Charles has been receiving hourly briefings since the moment the exit polls were released. The concerns are not merely ceremonial. Senior constitutional advisors are actively reviewing emergency protocols. There is real and rising anxiety that if Parliament descends into legislative chaos, the Crown may need to intervene to preserve the stability of the nation. Reform UK hasn't just won an election, it has upended the entire political structure of the United Kingdom. Farage has wasted no time making his intentions clear. In his first post-election address, he promised sweeping changes. He vowed to dismantle the institutions that, in his words, failed Britain. He committed to overhauling the civil service and scrapping every treaty and agreement that surreptitiously tied the UK back to Brussels. While establishment media outlets have tried to spin this as the dangerous rise of populism, the reality is far more grounded. This was not a sudden whim. This was a long-brewing storm, and Britain has now chosen a full political reset. The demographics of the Reform MPs themselves are sending a shockwave through the halls of power. These aren't polished career politicians groomed through Oxbridge and party machines. These are teachers, plumbers, single mums, veterans, small business owners, ordinary people who carry with them the extraordinary belief that Britain can and should be better. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Info channel. Thank you.